We rolling? All right. Welcome to the Brown Bricks podcast. The most thankful you can be while listening to a podcast.
Yeah, we're not doing that for the whole.
That's right,
whole of the
folks.
season.
It's Thanksgiving, and this
No,
month,
it's a much more special day today.
No. Yeah, what is it?
Day
What's that?
after daylight savings
No,
rollback.
It's also
time.
the day after Sword Art Online officially launched, according to the anime. Anime.
Oh, that's why people were posting that kind of shit. I
Yeah.
was like, what the fuck are people talking about nerve gear on Twitter for? This shit is fucking stupid.
Yeah, no, it's because it officially launched yesterday. Now there's a bunch of brave Coomers stuck in the MMO world. If they die in there, they die in real life.
Yeah, people are just still playing WoW and Final Fantasy 14.
If you could come, though, in Sword Art Online, would you do it? I'd think
Yeah.
about it.
I mean, if
think
you could,
about it.
like, would I willingly go into that, or like once I'm already in, would I come because I'm there?
You can't.
Would
you're
you
just
willingly
able
go
to
into
come.
that? They were like,
I would not
okay.
willingly trap myself in Sword Art
No,
Online.
no, there's
Like,
nothing
you
that would
come
make
so
me
hard.
go in
Because
there.
like the nerve gear is just sending signals to your brain.
Oh.
Right? So like, what if it made you come so hard?
I don't care. I don't want to be in
yeah,
the
but
virtual
I might
world.
die. I probably would die. I'm not Kirito.
You can't dual wield.
I'm
You
not-
get like a stupid.
What if
Yeah.
it's just a trash MMO that you're just stuck
It kind
in?
of seemed like one.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they give you random skills, and like some of them suck, but one of them is just you get to double your DPS output.
I want to be stuck in a Fusion Fall.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I want to be chilling with fucking.
I'm gonna be Billy.
Uno. Yeah,
I want a little chibi Dexter floating behind my shoulder as he gives me a rocket jump.
just like the amount of content lasts you like maybe a full
I'm
day,
gonna go
and
have
then it's
sex
like, so what do
with
we
the
do?
babysitter from
Foster's Home for Imaginary
Kids.
Yeah, I think we all
Actually, I
are.
already had. You can, but I already had sex with her.
Imagine
That's too bad.
Imagine Sword Art Online, but like she only is one NPC, and everyone's like 10,000 players are in that instance, and then like everyone's going to have sex with the babysitter.
Everyone gets fucking nerve geared into Fusion Fall, and everyone fucks the babysitter. from
That's the
Foster.
moment. They're like, and all the NPCs can now feel, and you can interact with
Nobody
them. And then, like, everyone before they even hear you can die in the game, they just start running over to the fusion.
Yeah, I
vault.
played a lot of that game actually.
I did. I think it was a web browser
Yeah,
game,
it was
right?
a web
So
browser MMO.
yeah,
Yeah,
the coolest kind.
Pretty
very
tight.
very laggy. Did you ever get to the top of the treehouse?
I
with
think
the
so.
Secret jumps.
I think that's about when I stopped playing.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
Because you
part.
mastered it.
Yeah.
You were the master of faster at that point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
What do you think it'd be like to be? What are the evil kids from Codename Kids Next Door called?
Teenagers, the
yeah,
adults.
the teenagers, I believe. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't.
I think
I don't
that's
remember.
actually right.
Yeah, that tracks.
That
They
makes
were.
sense.
Yeah,
I think they were just.
but they're like the big hive mind. I always like that, where they're just
Yeah.
like all standing together.
I did like the episode where the
just a
tie.
fucking hive mind.
The tie made you go into a hive mind. So when you put on a tie, it was like you immediately became an adult and lost
That's so
all sense of
true.
whimsy.
When you become an adult, you're fucking evil.
It's true.
We are adults.
I do.
Are we?
I mean,
Are we, Jack?
Yeah.
I'm like a double agent kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where you go into all the,
Yeah,
the
I'm still a
elementary
kid.
schools being like, guys, I'm still in the
Still a-
codename
I'm
Kids
still
Next
a
Door.
codename-
The teachers are like, you can't come here. It's like, no, I have to relay very important information to one of your
You're an
students.
They're like, we
You're an
like
adult.
Paw
Go
Patrol
away,
now.
adult.
We like
Yeah,
TikTok.
fuck off,
What the-
adult.
Yeah. What are you talking about? We like TikTok. We like Charlie D'Amelio.
You're older than them. It's like some
Yeah.
elementary school teacher who's fucking in their early 20s.
Yeah,
You're older
she's like,
than
you
them. You're
can't be here right now.
Go
You're just
away,
like, fuck
adult.
you, adult.
Fuck off, adult. Adults suck.
And then you take like a
Kids rock.
2x4 gun and start shooting her
Yeah.
that you've made.
Yeah, rubber band gun. Fucking blast her in the eye.
Yeah, kids, no school. Let's eat candy, but not my candy.
Not my
Get your
candy.
own.
Get your fucking own. I have my own money.
I'm
now.
That's what makes me the most powerful
I'm the most
kid
powerful kid because I can buy shit.
because I have a job and I can buy
have a
shit.
job and I could buy alcohol for
that
all
would have been
of
a
you.
fun character for Codename Kids Next Door. The kid who drops out
The
at like
fucking
8th grade
loser adult,
and then
the
just
one-
like gets a job immediately and is way more mature. than all the
Codename
other-
Kids Next
He
Door.
funds all of their operations with
Yeah.
his shitty fast food job.
but it's like they don't need much. They just need like $20
Yeah.
a week.
They
So
just
it's
need
like, yeah, I can fund that.
staples, like rubber bands, tape.
Yeah, he could just steal that from an office job. I think it would be pretty funny though, because like you have the kid who like is the guy who just hangs around high school parties way after he's out of high school. So it's like that's one of the kids in Codename Kids Next Door.
We should have been better friends with the kids in our school, so we could have gone to
The children, like the
Yeah.
actual literal children.
yeah, so we could go to their parties now that they're in high school.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd
Yeah,
be
that
so
would've
That would
been
have
really
been a
cool.
good time investment.
You guys could have been like, I can bring all the alcohol you guys need.
No, I would not offer to bring them.
Yeah. You
Like,
just
I'm
show
going
up.
there to steal their alcohol.
I'm going there with Jackson, and then we're going in some room alone and drinking alone.
You're bringing your own shit, and they're like, "Can we have some?" And you're like, "No,
No.
this
I'm
is
just-
for us."
Here to chill, man.
Yeah.
It's still at Tasha's house, though.
Hey, you guys got weed? We start going around
You guys, yeah, you're trying to like bum shit off people, like
asking 16-year-olds for weed.
for cigs.
Hey, you guys got cigs?
Nah, yeah, I
we
got
can't
up
legally
in there.
buy them. Oh fuck.
Yeah,
That
but do you
sucks.
have them?
Yeah, but I mean, you could find them. You can find. Well, you can't legally buy them. Okay.
You telling me none of you guys have fake IDs? What the fuck kind of party
Says
is
the
this?
23-year-old.
You took mine. I told me to come see you at the bar, and you took my fake ID.
Yeah, you can't pass.
Like, oh yeah, that's why I used to buy my last pack of cigs. The money I got for
The
taking your ID.
$10.
Yeah, that's a good grift. That's like a one-time cash-in grift where you get
Yeah.
all these people who have fake IDs to be like, "Come meet us down at the bar. It'll be awesome." Then you go, and then you're like, "Mine, mine, mine, mine."
Yeah, come on in, guys. I'll hold on to these IDs.
I'll
for
hold
you.
on to
Smile.
these. Yeah, and then as soon as you've got, fucking 15 fake IDs,
Yeah.
you're
All
like,
right. Everybody out.
all right, you all have to leave.
How much money do you get as a kickback?
$10.
$10.
Okay, I was gonna say because you could just buy a bunch of fake IDs with their names on it, and then you could just say like, "Oh, look."
Yeah, we
bullshit.
should get fake IDs of the people we want banned from the bar. Like somehow get their picture, so
That's so stupid.
You take a picture of them and you have to like crop it out.
and then just like sleight of hand.
Yeah, hand
their-
them back their ID.
Sleight of hand their real ID into like your sleeve or something, and then you just have the fake, and you're like, "Oh, this is a fake, man." He's like, "That's not the ID I gave you." I'm like, "Well, it looks like you." And
and
and this is
have
the
your
only
I
name.
don't
one I've
know
got
where
in my
else I
hand.
would have.
I don't know what your name is, but this is probably right.
Would it not be really funny if he's like, "That's not the idea I gave you," and he's like, "Look, there's nothing up my sleeves," and you like pull up both your sleeves and do like the magician thing where it's like, "Where'd it go?" It's like, "There's nothing up my sleeves, nothing in my pants. Where could it be?" If I didn't switch this out magically,
Yeah, come on, man. This is your ID.
That's in my ass.
it always is
It's always.
a real sleight of hand. You just wipe your ass
Yeah.
with it.
I'm a magician whose trick is every time you're like, "Oh my god, there's no ping pong ball under the cup. Where'd it go?"
Guess where it is?
and then I
you
shit it
shit
out.
it out.
Yeah.
But it's like a long and arduous process.
Yeah, where I'm like,
Your butthole
"Oh,
still hasn't
fuck."
opened up. It's just
Yeah,
like,
I'm like, oh, you know what? That was the wrong way to try to pass it. It's just moving deeper now.
yeah, okay. Does anyone have like something
I'm going to call a volunteer assistant to the stage.
that just give it a
Raise your hand,
give it a
folks.
peek. Tell me how deep it is. in
Raise
there.
your hands. No one's raising
Put
their
on
hands.
this
I'm like,
rubber
Come
glove."
on, don't you want this to be over? Someone raise your hand.
You're on like a cruise ship too, so that's like
Yeah.
they're like we're kind of in it for the long
Like
haul.
we kind of just are here for dinner, and there just happens to be magic going on.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
now you're like,
at the buffet.
now you're
shitting
trying
out
to
a ping
shit
pong
out
ball.
ping pong balls in front of us.
That'd be awesome.
This is you get what you paid for, folks.
Yeah. You guys
Went
did
on
all
the
you can
Kesha
eat.
cruise, and this is what you got.
That would be, but people would be applauding if that's what it was. If that's what the Kesha cruise was,
Yeah.
Kesha's fans would be like, "That's so brave."
Kesha's fans are into shit.
They're into
Yeah.
like people doing weird shit, and they're
Yeah,
like, "Wow, that's
shit it.
them living their best life." And it's like, no, that's just like weird and pathetic. Like I remember Kesha, she fucking poured a bunch of
sounds
cereal into a bathtub, and then poured a bunch of milk in there, and got in the bathtub. And then she posted that on Instagram, and everyone's
Gonna
like, "You're
give
a
you
fucking queen."
It's gonna give you a yeast infection.
He's
I was like,
clean.
"That's just gross and weird." You don't
Yeah.
have to do that. Like it's cool, like hypothetically, but then like
I don't want to imagine
Wait,
what the milk.
what are you saying? Getting into a bathtub filled with cereal
milk and
milk
cereal.
is hypothetically cool?
yeah,
Why?
I don't know.
What do you mean by that?
I guess like in my mind's eye, I'm like imagining a cartoon guy getting into
What
that,
hypothesis
and then he can like eat
could
it.
this be?
Like if there's no human involved and it's all a bunch of drawings, then I can imagine like eating the cereal as you're like bathing in it. But like the logistics break down the moment you even start to think about it, and then
Yeah, that
Kesha,
milk gets gross. I imagine.
yeah, because Kesha
'Cause
pussy
Kesha's in
stank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She don't wash herself.
Yeah,
She was
does.
in
Brushes
the
her teeth
bathtub.
with fucking Jack
with
Daniels.
Jack Daniels, and she bathes in cereal.
Yeah, Jack Daniels would not clean your fucking teeth.
No, it would not.
Ugh.
It. I don't know. Might give you a nice breathy smell.
No, the whiskey smell bad.
Whiskey smell bad.
Jack.
Ooh.
Jack, whiskey smell bad.
Whiskey
You're too
smell-
much of a Kesha stan. You're giving too much. First, you're like, hypothetically, the bathtub
Hypothetically,
thing
it's
was
kind of
cool.
interesting.
You're like, I don't know, maybe brushing your teeth with Jack works. No, it doesn't.
I'm willing to give Kesha many more benefits of the doubt than I am anyone else.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair enough, man.
Yeah, dude. If Donald Trump was doing that, I know you'd be calling him a retard.
Donald Trump was
If
taking
Donald Trump
a photo shoot in a
Look at
cereal
me.
bag.
Look at me. Look at what I'm doing.
Yeah. King.
What would his
King
base?
shit.
Yeah,
That'd
what
be
would his
so
base be
fucking-
like?
They would say king. King
It'd be
shit.
like, wow, this is so.
And that he shows.
This is about free speech.
Yeah, no, he shows a picture of him scooping it out with a ladle and eating it while he's in the bathtub, and he says, "Yum yum."
What cereal would Donald Trump put in his bathtub?
Lucky
if he did
Charms.
that?
Put fucking mini wheats in that.
I was thinking Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops.
No, that's a little too fruity for him.
I doubt
That's
he's ever
true.
eaten cereal.
I'm thinking either Lucky Charms.
You
or
doubt
like
Donald
Cheerios.
Trump is eating cereal?
Donald Trump's eating cereal.
Donald
Are you
Trump
kidding
has
me?
eaten cereal.
Donald Trump is the cereal
Maybe.
king.
I bet not only has he done it, I bet there's evidence of it. out there.
Yeah,
Probably his photo.
let me see. Let's consult the resources.
Yeah, let's see. Maybe he just likes Cheerios. Maybe he's a Cheerios guy.
It might be Cheerios, yeah.
Just because he doesn't have time to think about what cereal he wants.
Although
Yeah.
When he
he
goes
has
to
like
the
those
cereal
weird-
aisle.
like he had that weird Goya brand deal thing when he was president.
I don't think they make cereal, do they?
No, but I'm saying like it maybe wouldn't have anything to do with his personality. It would just be like, who wants to give me money to get in a bathtub filled with your
With
cereal?
beans.
Oh, there's a
Or
there's a
that.
picture of him
The
eating.
Goya beans.
Goya beans, yeah.
There's a picture of him eating. What are those? The fruit.
What are
The
those?
ones that are like
those
shaped like fruit, or the.
Those are
not
are
Fruity
not
Pebbles.
those oops all berries?
No, I don't think it's like.
Show me the picture, Jack.
They're like the
Captain Crunch?
orbs. Oh, tricks.
yeah,
Oh,
tricks.
Tricks.
But, like,
Tricks fucking suck.
It's way more
Ugh.
pathetic
Tricks does
because
suck.
look at the top two results are like two Etsy things where it's like Donald Trump's favorite breakfast, and it's a cereal that has "Your Tears"
So
written on
fucking
it,
stupid.
and it's him eating it, going so
Wow.
good. And then the
The
next
cereal
one is
being
the same,
your tears doesn't make any fucking
and
sense.
the next photo
How did
immediately
they get
following
them?
that
Tears.
is
They-
called Snowflakes, and he's
Wow.
holding it up like
Is
he.
that- oh, that's supposed to be him on there. I thought it was supposed to be
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton, but no, it's supposed to be him. They
It's a
look
very
remarkably
bastardized version of.
similar.
They're all pretty good.
Look at that special little guy.
Look at it
He's
go.
quite special. Yeah.
Yeah.
So with the Elon thing, there's been a lot of really like him
Okay,
doing
wait,
dumb
wait,
shit.
wait. Let's just describe the Elon thing. Him buying
Him
Twitter.
buying Twitter. So like, listen, as much
If
as
you haven't heard
as
about
much as
that.
it's just like a lot of the shit that he's doing is just like stupid and dumb. There's been this weird amount of outcry around like what he's been cutting, and it's really funny to me because there was something where it was like. There was like a council of people who, when they developed intelligent AI, they would guide it down the right path. And their entire thing was they were going to like develop it and then like put it and like raise it. And it was like a council of people to raise intelligent AI
In Twitter?
in Twitter. And he fired them. And everyone's like, well, now when they make intelligent AI, it's going to go out of control. And then there was one where it was like, oh, it was like an entire floor of people who were devoted to kind of like making like weird different disability things for Twitter, which is cool, but I have not seen a single thing come out of that entire department in the
Because
entire.
you don't have disabilities check.
Yeah, you wouldn't know, would you?
Name one thing. Name one feature on Twitter where it's like, oh, that helps someone who's different.
They added the shit where it's like audio or like descriptions for images, which is actually helpful.
That would
people
take-
have internet readers.
That would take no time. That would take. Why did they?
I'm
need
just
all-
saying that's like a thing.
They did it. Kill them. Now they're dead.
It'd be killed.
Fucking bring them out back. And I just hate this idea that they're just like, oh man, all of these developers at Twitter are getting fired. And I'm like, well, they didn't do anything. Like Twitter.
I thought
They
it was
also
pretty
fired
funny.
like a lot more than that. Like you fired a ridiculous amount of people.
I just saw an article. It's like they're actually trying to get some of those people back because they didn't realize what they did was actually pretty important.
What?
Not all of them, obviously, but they're fired like some people that are like, oh, no, wait, that guy actually ran like the Doom fucking button and made sure it wasn't getting pressed by all the monkeys we have in the cages.
Like every time that I hear about people
That does
going
sound
to like
important.
Twitter HQ, I just hear about thousands of like incredibly high paid developers who just don't produce anything. Like they like make things and then they just get
no,
thrown
yeah, I
into
don't
the
doubt
ether.
there's like some fucking slack that could easily be dropped off.
But I think that's true with every tech company, and I just think it's like a guy who's pressed to cut $1 billion is that makes a lot more.
I just think the way he's going about it is obviously so desperate in every direction of just like $8 for
It is very funny though because we're
fire
gonna
all these
see
guys.
how we're gonna see because the right is always like we're gonna make our own Truth Social and then it just does nothing and everyone goes back to Twitter.
Yeah.
Is the left going to be like we're gonna make our own?
I've not heard anything about that. I've heard the memes about it, but I mean,
So I think people are just gonna keep using Twitter.
Yeah.
The people who use Twitter are gonna keep using it,
I mean, I really see no problem with that.
and I do think
I'm not gonna give him. I'm not gonna try. The only problem is I heard that he was going to make it so like it's going to be hard to see people who aren't verified's like tweets,
Oh, that's weird.
which is fucking stupid.
That's stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, you get like priority on like
priority
visibility.
replies,
Yeah.
priority like
If, like,
tweet visibility.
If I see a Call Me Carson tweet over like anime titties, I'm going.
You're not gonna be allowed to block people anymore.
Call Me Carson's going to be in every or like Connor Eats Pants or whatever the guy with the Chow thing who always makes the funny tweet, and I'm like, I'm here for anime titties. Why are you here?
Why are you showing up on my timeline?
Yeah, you're not funny. You're not.
I
funny.
didn't follow you, you fucking bitch.
But yeah, that entire thing's just kind of a mess.
Preach, brother.
Preach. I just see a lot of artists saying that they feel like they might have to buy the verification thing just so their art doesn't get fucking buried by the new algorithm.
I think if there's a new algorithm that like
that sucks.
deprioritizes that sucks. It's also like I don't know. Just I don't care about it, and I hope that the algorithm doesn't deprioritize it. And if it does, I'll probably stop using it. But
Yeah,
who knows?
I mean, it'd probably be good for me to stop using Twitter, but I don't want to.
Oh yeah,
I don't want to.
I like it.
I just
like
yell into the void. The funny ideas I have.
I just write things on rocks and throw them at people's windows.
yeah.
Yeah,
And then
the
I'd write
classic
those.
tried and
And
true
there's a
method
little
of
blue check
sharing
mark on the back of the
Yeah,
rock.
so they know it's for real.
So they know to read it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's deep. It's very prioritized.
Real life algorithm.
When it gets thrown at their head and it hits their head, that's pretty prioritized.
how many people do you think
Yeah.
have the Twitter check mark as a tattoo somewhere on their body?
More than you'd think. Less than you'd
Probably
hope.
like 300, I'd say.
I was gonna say 10,000.
Everyone. No, actually, if you
A
have
lot of
check
people
mark-
have tattoos, and that's like a really obvious dumb tattoo that
Like,
people
yeah.
get.
How many people do you think have a face tat of that?
I'm gonna say 20.
Yeah, I'm gonna say is a lot less. I think 20.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
20 is probably about accurate. There's enough people with like dumb face tats that I could see 20 being. If you're one of those 20, email us at brownbrickspodcast@gmail.com.
Share us your face tats.
I had
Yeah.
to.
We've been watching Euphoria with our friend, and there's one character in the second season
The apple.
who's like a little edgelord kind of character.
Yeah,
He's different. He's different. You know.
Yeah, you know, he's
He's
weird.
not really an
He's
edgelord.
weird.
That's wrong, but he's different.
He
you
gives
know?
off edgelord. He
And he
gives
has-
off like different kook vibes.
Yeah, and he has the Apple logo as a face tat, and it's the actor's real face tat.
and
And just why the Apple logo and face tats conceptually are like
It's just so funny because they're so opposite.
yeah.
It's where
Like
you'd
from
get a
a-
teardrop tattoo as well, which I think is pretty funny.
Isn't that because he's like been in the he's on the front line of the meme war? That's what he's saying.
He's got a confirmed kill
In the
against
meme war.
against a Google employee.
Yeah.
So he got an Apple tat.
He's got a
under his
confirmed kill
eye.
against a guy who had a green bubble.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
seems like
Come
the
on,
kind of thing.
Apple, share the love or whatever the fuck that hashtag was.
No, it was like bring our kids home or something. I don't know.
Stop being mean.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was something like please stop bullying us, and I'm like that's a very
Shut up, you
that's a
fucking
very fucking
loser.
pathetic thing to have. It's not even. It's like you're hoping that it's going to like inspire Apple to be like, yeah, no. I mean, this costs us no money to do, and it's actively getting people to like buy iPhones.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would we change
How would
that?
we change the speech bubble color?
I don't know. You know what I do know?
What do you know?
that you're gay.
No, I don't know that.
Oh, okay, never mind.
But do you guys know who like? There's like a weatherman. We have like an Omaha weatherman.
Yeah,
He's like,
I'd imagine.
Bill Ranby?
yeah. So like Bill Ramby, he kind of just looks like a regular guy, right? Am I
Sure.
I don't really
thinking
know
of the
what he
same
looks
guy?
like.
All I know is that there's a weatherman that I see on TV occasionally, or when I'm over at my parents' house and I see him on TV. And he just looks like a regular, like one of my parents' friends. But I ran into him at Target today, and I couldn't place a face to a name, so I thought he was just one of my parents' friends.
Did you say hi?
Yeah, so I said, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" And he said, good." And I said, "That's good to hear." And like I thought that he was like one of my parents' friends because I was like I like put those two together where I was like, "Oh, he's probably someone who
Damn.
like knows me, so I should take out my headphones and say hi." And then I'm like, "Okay, bye." And then I walked over to the Pokemon and I was looking at the Pokemon cards. I was like, "Oh shit, wait, that's like the weather guy."
Does not know me or my parents.
Imagine just being like a guy who's like mildly famous, so people might be like, "You're the guy on TV." Instead, I just come up to you and say, "Hi, hey, how you doing?
What's going on?
What's up, man?"
Nothing specific.
Nothing much.
No indication
Ah,
that
me
you
too.
actually know who he is.
Yeah, it just sounds like
You know the
Sound like a friendly guy.
you know the cliche of like when people meet actors or directors or something, they're like, I have a script.
Yeah.
What about you meet a weather guy?
I got a weather.
You're like,
got a weather.
what if it snows tomorrow?
And
How do you
he's like,
feel
"I
about
think
that?
what? Okay,
You
you
guys
did
set
that,
the
and
weather,
he's like, I
right?
think I can make it happen." And
yeah,
then,
I
like,
think I can
suddenly,
pull some strings.
And then suddenly, like the weather changes, and then it starts to snow. Would you like be concerned about that?
I would be enchanted. I would be
You'd be Ella enchanted.
awestruck.
Yeah, Ella. I would be like,
I'd probably change my life path. I would want to become
I'd
a
start-
meteorologist,
Oh,
Being
God,
a-
yeah.
become a weather guy.
because every other
Yeah.
thing doesn't have nearly as much
I
power.
believe the media is controlled by the weathermen.
That would-
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Kanye should have been going.
Yeah,
definitely
go after
free
the
on
Weathermen
Weatherman.
are on DEFCON 3.
Yeah, he's like
Going
they're out here.
DEFCON 1 on weatherman.
They could
Yeah.
solve global warming if they wanted to, but they're
Yeah.
just out here not doing that.
They're part of it, man. They're part of global warming.
You goddamn right.
They're the sole cause.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw the clip of like Kyrie Irving talking about like the shit that he posted. He posted like some. He literally described how he saw this movie. So it's a movie about. It's like a conspiracy theory movie about how the
Oh,
Jews were the reason behind the slave trade, the North Atlantic slave trade.
hmm
And so he described how he discovered this movie as he went on to Amazon Prime, went to the search bar, and just typed in Yahweh. And then like clicked like the first fucking result he found and was like, well, I guess this is true. And just fucking posted that shit to his Twitter.
That's
like,
Hell
to be
yeah.
I'm
fair,
just
like
posting
Amazon.
shit,
What
man.
the fuck? Like, how
Well,
do you-
we know they just let anybody put anything up on
I know,
Amazon.
but
you
it's
pay
like-
like $100 and you can put a movie up there.
yeah, we've seen Weebs versus Vampires,
Yeah.
but it's like I think it's with those. It's something where I like a lot of those people. I remember it was something where he's like, I just saw that. Like I don't know, and then apparently someone posted the first scene, and it's about like aliens bringing black people to build the pyramids, and they like drop them at like the foot of the pyramids, and they have to start building as slaves. And I was like, so why are you like humoring this at all? Where he like looked at that and he's like, oh,
because it's true. It's
Damn.
a part of Yahweh's
master plan.
really. Yeah, I don't know what Yahweh really had to do with that.
It was Yahweh or the highway for those guys.
I guess because the Hotep thing is like that the black people are the real Jews. And
Yeah.
like you could both be Jews because Judaism is a religion.
But can they though?
You can be ethnically Jewish, but I think there's probably some ethnically black Jews.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Like Kyrie Irving.
And the problem
Not
is we can't Google and look this up anymore.
Kyrie Irving is Muslim.
And Jewish.
Yeah, and Jewish.
Ethnically.
It's not Jewish.
I think so.
Imagine
You're
thinking
gonna call him Jewish. He's like, no.
I like how, because like when you combine religions, most of the time it's better to be like, I'm Jewish and like I believe that the Norse gods are real, because then you can like mix and match and say this lines up there. But like if you're Muslim and Jewish, you're basically just saying like I'm Muslim, because if you believe all the stuff that like happened
they got
in Judaism.
they got the Old Testament in the Torah,
Yeah.
or not the Torah, the
Well, no, it's just the
Quran, right?
Yeah, the Quran's just part 3.
Yeah.
It's part 2 is the New Testament, and then part 3 is the Quran, basically. And depending
Like
on where you
JoJo.
They introduce stands in the Quran. I haven't read it, but I bet it's fucking badass.
it is cool. Yeah, they have
cuts
to.
the moon in half. It's fucking cool.
That is
Damn,
bad.
that does-
Wait, really? That's
Yeah, I think
badass.
or he's gonna do that or something.
He says, "I'm gonna."
Wait, who? Muhammad?
Yeah.
Is that all it takes to be a prophet? Just tell people you're gonna do things.
Like, I'm gonna be back in the future. I'm gonna cut the moon in half.
They're like, shit.
That's so much cooler than the rapture.
I don't know
What
if
the
that.
fuck?
I don't know if that's actually in there.
That would be.
I think
cool.
there's something to do with cutting the moon.
That's why their symbol is a crescent moon
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
Islam.
Because they cut the
They
rest of
cut
it
a
off.
little hole in the moon.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
Is their symbol a crescent moon?
Yeah, that's like the traditional symbol of Islam is like the crescent moon.
I always thought
Dumbass.
it was because they were what's it called, an Aries moon.
Yeah, they're being.
They're in their Gemini phase. You know what I'm saying?
I got a penis rising. God, we did this one already.
We
I'm
did
not
do
doing
Penis
that.
rising.
I'm not doing
No, we
that
did
again.
pedophile.
We did
rising.
pedophile rising.
Yeah.
Which
It's
racist moon.
It's pretty good.
So yeah, I just think it's funny how he discovered that though. I'm doing research. I'm going on to Amazon Prime and looking up documentary.
To be fair, apparently, like a good portion of today's youth, all they do, like they don't use Google. What they do is they go to TikTok and look up the thing that they're
Glad
curious
I've never
about.
thought about that.
Yeah, so it's like I think that's pretty common. It's just using things where it's like you should not be using that as. It's like nah, that's just what I'm doing now.
I mean, I never really question. Like, I guess I never have to look anything up. I feel like anymore. I only look up like words that I want to know the exact definition.
What do you mean you never have to look anything up?
Well, you mean like
You're
I don't.
never curious about something, want to Google it?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, it
You're like,
depends
how
on
many-
like what it is. Like,
You're like, how many people? 6 million.
How
Wow.
many?
that's a
Interesting.
lot.
Let's see if there's
Interesting.
any conflicting viewpoints.
Let's go to Amazon
Alternatives.
Prime and look up
Yeah, I like the idea.
Holocaust.
They're just yeah. Amazon Prime just like directly feeds. That's the Amazon
Yeah.
Prime.
That's where
Oh,
Kyrie Irving should have gone to TikTok to
Yeah.
find his information.
It.
He would have gotten onto Hotep TikTok. It would have been
Oh
awesome.
yeah, he would have gotten. I
I
do
want
like.
a Snopes for very well-known facts, but it's always like almost definitely true, but maybe,
Well, maybe I don't know.
Some
but check out
conflicting-
this Amazon Prime video.
Yeah.
6 billion almost definitely. But what if?
What if there were
just-
aliens?
What if we just start asking questions?
Yeah.
It's like what it goes. Like I do love the idea where it's like 6 million. It's like 100%. Actually, more like 99%. And you scroll down and there's like 80 paragraphs of like maybe I don't know. Just
Yeah.
asking
That's
questions.
the Marvel. One of the Marvel what ifs is Captain America finding a concentration camp and seeing that there's nobody there.
Yeah.
He's
What-
raiding one of
is
the
it a
Nazi
what if?
camps.
I do like, and they allude a
What
lot.
have we even been fighting again?
I do like it's like in the main timeline they allude to the fact that that might be the real timeline. It's like Captain America, you saw a couple of concentration camps, and he's like, yeah, and it was crazy. Oh, but we can't talk about that right now. It's like,
I can't talk about that right now. I have to go fight Thanos. Guys, I have
Thanos.
really important news specifically about World War II and the Holocaust and the lies we've been told. But first, I gotta fight Thanos, and then he ends up,
Then he
going back to
fucking
the olden times.
dies.
Not telling anyone. I was like, what was he gonna tell us?
Gonna tell us something important.
Yeah,
Telling us something important about the Holocaust.
he's like, this is really important. I've been putting it off for a while, and then it's like, oh no, the Skrulls are invading now, and he's like, I guess that takes priority over what I was.
We don't really
tell
have
you.
time to sit down and talk about these things.
Do you
guys.
think
Yeah.
in the MCU, after the snap happened and like half of all life died, that like people were like, like who really cares about the Holocaust anymore? That
That is,
that just doesn't seem like a big deal.
yeah. When you
After everything else that's happened, there's always aliens trying to kill us. Like, oh yeah, Jewish people are persecuted. Whatever.
Yeah, when you up it by literally
Yeah.
500, like,
Yeah.
it's like 3 point. I wonder if other people were like 3.5 billion. That's a lot
like
of people to disappear.
Some guy like living in a small town.
Yeah, Thanos
Yeah.
Snap deniers.
Some guy living in a small town just like didn't notice anybody left. So
Yeah,
just
he's like,
I
sure.
don't think.
And everyone's like,
anything's
my
going on."
kid got snapped, and it's like, yeah, but did like
Yeah, bitch.
your
but was he
family of
real?
four?
You just ran away, you fucking bitch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, why is it taking so long for, like the utility services in my small bumfuck nowhere town to like be repaired and shit? And they're like, oh, it's because half of all people died. He's like, yeah, okay.
Okay,
all right.
sure.
Or it's fucking MCU Biden.
Yeah,
Bullshit again.
Yeah,
that's who is MCU Biden?
yeah. They never talk about the president in the new Marvel. Film.
Yeah,
Because Trump removed term
it's
limits.
because it's
so now
Donald
he's-
Trump. Yeah.
now he's there forever.
They also never really discuss. Do they discuss what year those movies are set in?
They're supposed to
ever?
be like pretty contemporary, I think.
They were our time, but then there's like weird.
After the
time.
snap, they jump forward. So like I think they're all because they had one on. They had to blur out the year in Spider-Man Far From Home. His like ID said like 2025. So like that's where they're at right now.
Okay, I did think they had the scene in was it No Way Home or whatever? Not No Way Home. The one after the snap where they have to describe like all the younger kids grew up and all the people who got unsnapped came back.
Yeah.
Now they get to fuck the kids who are younger now. It's like why are you making it weird like
Wait,
this?
that was a scene.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that was like the first scene in that movie.
In Avengers Endgame, they were
I
like,
didn't
"We
see
should
that
bring people
movie.
that." And he's like, "Hold on, but that means that like, could I fuck them?
They're
could I fuck it?"
technically
So like
Literally- no,
13-year-olds,
time from when they were born till now.
Is
13-year-olds.
the same as
Let's
me.
be honest. 13-year-old, like this Tony Stark is like talking. He's like 13-year-olds, right? 13-year-olds. That's like let's do the math.
and they got snapped and now they're back and now they're 18.
Avengers assemble.
And
That's
now,
why they
and
did it.
Now they're legal.
That's why the
'cause they
Hulk-
were born 18
That's
years
why the
ago.
Hulk did it. The Hulk did the snap. Brought him back.
That would have to be like legislation.
Yeah,
right?
they'd
That
have
would
to
have
talk
to be
about
like
that.
legally they're not 18.
They were just
It's like,
born
oh,
18
yeah,
years
well,
ago.
what does
they
their
have
birth
not
certificate
for the
say?
time they were snapped. They had no development. So for the spirit of the law, and everyone's like, "Boo!"
Yeah, there would be a lot of
Fuck
people who would be
you.
like mad about that. They'd,
Yeah. Although there'd be some states where it's like, "Oh, here."
Oh, you're allowed to buy
yeah.
alcohol
And
now.
so if you were like a 13-year-old who got snapped, it's like, oh shit, should I go to Alabama to get some booze or am I gonna get fucked?
You can't even drive yet.
yeah.
I guess maybe
No,
now you
You
legally
can drive.
Well, no, everyone's getting their licenses in Alabama,
yeah.
and then they get fucked
Yeah.
because they're 12,
That's how that
12-year-olds getting their licenses, sitting on fucking phone books.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of social
What
implications.
an awesome universe, the Marvel universe. Is.
Isn't that what the Falcon was mad about the Senators about?
Yeah,
He
they
was mad that-
legislated away his children.
Do you think the Thanos Snap got any fetuses, and if so, what trimester? What trimester was
that?
the
Would
cutoff?
be, well, imagine having a kid, and then it goes away, and then you come back, and then the fetus comes back, and you're just chilling there normally, and then you just get a baby in your stomach immediately.
That would be fucking awesome.
What did he? Is it like a wish thing? Did he have to wish for half of everybody to go away?
I think he just.
And then, how did Tony Stark know exactly what to do to bring him back?
Well,
he just snapped his finger.
Well, no, it was
the magical Magoo.
Tony Stark didn't do the snap. It was Hulk who did the snap to bring everyone back, and then Tony Stark just killed him with them. I think.
What?
Remember,
he killed Thanos' army.
Oh, that's good. I don't remember that happening in history, but
then Tony Stark did the legislation.
He said, "I'm Iron Man.
I'm Iron Man."
Iron Man. And then he fucked a kid.
All right, yeah. Enough about Marvel shit.
Enough about Marvel. Let's talk about
marbles. Let's play marbles.
Oh,
marbles looked like a fun game to play as a kid.
Yeah.
I never had enough marbles.
And you get people's marbles.
Yeah, I know.
I
was always scared of losing my toys.
I was gonna say, because people are always I remember I was talking to somebody and they were like, "Oh, you play in Pokemon tournaments?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Do you get their best card when you win?" And I was like, those might be hundreds of dollars.
Fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Rules.
Yeah, but even Yu-Gi-Oh! It would be way worse.
That's what they did in the Dual Island, right?
I know, but imagine going to a tournament and it's well, I used to have a 3 of this primeval planet, Parapolino.
Robbed me.
Yu-Gi-Oh's in a tier 0 format right now. Tier elements are tearing it up.
That's fucking awful.
Kit Kalos was a bad idea.
I don't think that game has ever been bad. Anyways, not Yu-Gi-Oh! Marbles.
I
was always scared of losing my fucking toys. So
I was scared of losing my marbles, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, well.
Yes. Your marbles would be taken if you lost.
That would be scary.
You would lose your marbles. That's what we're talking about.
And then I'd lose my marbles.
If you lose again, maybe.
No, I'd lose my marbles, and then I'd lose my marbles.
Stop losing. Stop losing the marbles, bitch. Marbles is like sumo. It's like sumo wrestling.
Yeah, you have to knock them out.
Yeah, you got to stay in the ring.
Was that ever a thing, or were we just gaslit?
No, that was a real game.
People didn't actually play
before
marbles.
Kids had video games.
Played marbles.
But you have video games. You have porn.
No, that was before.
If you have porn and video games, why would you need marbles?
That was before easy access to porn and video games.
Or TikTok.
Was there such a time?
I've heard
not in my lifetime.
I've heard tell of such a thing.
The internet's. I only know internet.
I remember when I used to actually play outside with other kids.
Yeah,
wasn't that insane?
To be fair,
what the fuck was I doing?
Fucked up.
Yeah, because everyone's like, "Man, you remember when you used to play outside?" I was like, "Yeah," and now you're 23. Adults that are 23 don't go frolic around the neighborhood.
I want to go play tag. I want to go play hide and seek tag again. That shit was fun.
That's why you're trying to
play Ghost in the Graveyard.
Yeah,
I'm down.
That shit was tight.
Except for it would end up roughhouse. It end up turning.
Oh yeah, it'd get a little violent.
Oh yeah, that's why I want to play.
I'd be like, no, you didn't find me, bitch. Slam.
That would be good. Slam Dunkarino. Did you guys? Oh yeah, I saw Film Red.
One Piece.
Yeah, One Piece Film Red. And it was really, really good.
It's just a big music video, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's a really good music video. So if you're a fan of One Piece and a fan of Adu, then you probably should have already seen it. But it's like, oh man, this is the best of all time. And then I thought about it for a minute, and I'm like, oh, this is incomprehensible to anyone who doesn't not only intimately know One Piece, but also doesn't intimately know a lot of the discography that's going to go on.
Yeah, is it a part of the most current One Piece arc, or
it's weird? So the stuff with Uta is canon up until the point of the movie with Top Musica and stuff. So all that stuff's non-canon, but Uta the character is canon.
She's in the manga.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She's kind of in the manga.
I thought she was just a movie character.
She was in the anime, and then like she's popular enough that they're like, yeah, she's still like alive. She's just doing her own thing. But Top Musica's not real.
I don't know who that is.
It's a demon. It's a demon they fight at the end.
Their name is Top Musica.
TOT, which is the German word for death. And they have to punch them together. Shanks has to hit him, and then Luffy has to punch him.
When does Luffy do anything besides punch?
He just kind of like punches, but then he does a zigzag punch.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Luffy does do a lot of punches.
He does.
There's a lot of freaking punches, yo.
Too many.
It looks like a good movie. I'm just not gonna go see it.
It was cool. It beat Black Adam this weekend.
Oh, that's
number one at the bottom.
Fucking
the reign of power has been top.
Oh, wait a second.
I just think that's pretty funny because like Black Adam, like Warner Brothers is like, this needs to have fucking legs.
Dwayne The Rock.
Our entire film division's gonna go down.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson travels to Japan to destroy the studio that made the movie.
Destroy Oda.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I challenge you to a fight. Black Adam versus Luffy. And then Luffy's like, but I'm rubber.
He's a stone Logia user.
Black Adam?
Black
No,
Adam.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Okay,
yeah.
that makes more
and
sense.
he fights Toei.
He ate the stone fruit.
He ate the rock fruit.
Yeah.
rock fruit. Ishi.
Ishi no Mi. Yeah, but it's really I was thinking about it in the most apt way I can describe it. Like it is the most frantic movie of all time. And there's cuz I was thinking about like showing it to somebody who'd never seen One Piece before, and I thought that was funny. I was like, "Oh, it's basically this movie essentially is like doing crack basically. It's so frantic and there's so much like going on at all times and it's awesome for that. But like it's like doing crack where I came in and I was like, I really want to do some crack. But if I brought someone in to that movie, it would be like if I just injected you with, or made you do crack, forced you to do crack against your will. And it's like, oh, this is going to be a fun time. And you're like, no, I'm not having fun. I didn't want to do crack.
Dwayne The Rock
Seems like it'd be
Johnson
fun.
would be a good drug dealer name. Dwayne The Rock.
Nice,
The
yeah.
Rock.
Would it
crack
be,
rock.
is it good if you have like the least conspicuous name possible to be a drug dealer?
No.
I mean, I just would like it. That's all I'm saying.
I think it would be neat. Yeah, I also think it would be neat.
He probably does deal drugs, you know?
Probably.
He deals the drug of life.
Yeah.
That
Amen.
the shit that's
The
in
hardest
his
drug of
energy
all.
drink, that's probably
It's mana.
illegal.
Yeah, dude.
It's mana.
That's
Terramana?
It's his mana.
Terramana, that's a drug.
He gave a lot of his mana
His
to
mana.
the royal family.
I have a lot of mana.
He said Black Adam will help you in your time of need, but only once.
I'm out of mana.
Help.
I can't cast that spell. I'm out of mana.
Yeah.
Do a barrel roll.
I gotta drink some more Terramana.
I gotta drink some more.
All right, so what? That's like an hour, right?
No, we're at 41
No, we're 41,
minutes.
bitch.
Um,
I got the Harper's Index here. Do we need some more
No,
material?
Wait, okay, wait, there was
I'm
a...
gonna read some depressing statistics from around the country.
No, there's a Pokemon fatwa. Did you know that?
That's cool, man.
The Muslim...
tell
Whatever.
us more.
The Muslim crew, the Muslim peeps, they put out a
I think
fatwa
that's
on
only
Pokemon.
Iran. that
Yeah,
has-
Iran banned Pokemon. They put out a fatwa against those little funny little critters, and it's still in effect today.
when they do this in 1999.
Yeah, once Pokemon the first movie came out, he's like, "It is not haram. It is not Allah." And then
It is not.
it's haram. It is haram.
Okay. Get your
And so
fucking
then they
facts
were like,
straight.
we have to. So there's a Pokemon fatwa, and then after Pokemon Go came out, they kind of like skirted around the fatwa. I guess like fatwas are like legally binding documents, so it's like you couldn't play the video games, but mobile games are different. And then they're like, no, it extends to Pokemon Go, so they had to update the fatwa.
Okay, you guys want to hear the depressing statistic?
Okay.
Percentage of the top 25 box office hits of 1981 that were sequels, spin-offs, or remakes. Only 16%.
Wow,
Of 2019, 80%.
I'm surprised it's not like 99.
Culture death.
It's fucking sad.
It is
man.
culture death, but also probably the sequel, spin-offs, or remakes doesn't account for like Black Adam like Black Adam's a new thing in their eyes, so it's like
Yeah, but Black Adam is still like the
exactly so,
half-assed trying to like create a fucking cinematic universe, right? It's
The rest of them are
still
probably-
the same bullshit.
Still, I would say a sequel.
Yeah, the rest of them are probably still just like that bullshit. I don't know. I think it's like the death of cinema has been an interesting thing to watch in our time because we already kind of came in at the tail end of like.
Well, it's really the death of like the movie theater, right? Like they still put out interesting stuff on streaming, but like
Yeah.
box office hits, right? Like
Yeah.
All suck.
I almost never want to go to the movie theater. Like sometimes we're like, oh, let's go see a movie, and I'm like, okay, that'll be
That's
fun.
fine, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're friends. I love
Yeah.
to hang out with my buddies.
Like,
But like theaters fucking suck. There's other people there. If you have to go to the bathroom, you got to get up all the way up,
missing
Yeah.
the movie.
squeeze by people,
You have to-
miss a fuck ton of the movie.
and like if you have a TV that's as big as your guys's, it's basically the same experience as far as like it's a little more immersive in the theater, but like
Hardly.
if you're watching that, you like turn off the lights and you have a good enough sound system that it's like yeah, it's good.
That's what really fix theaters though, if they install like little toilets in every seat.
oh,
So you
that'd
can
be
shit
awesome.
yourself.
Yeah, you can piss and shit.
Yeah, as if the theater cleaner uppers did not have a hard enough job.
It's a toilet. It's not. They don't have to clean it up. They have
You
to
think
shit in the
people
toilet.
wouldn't shit wrong in a toilet?
I'm
You've
saying.
You work at
That's
a
a
bar
part of the
and
job.
you see what it looks like in
Okay,
there.
they gotta clean all that shit anyways.
You might as well
Uh-oh,
just-
somebody accidentally pee-peed all over the floor.
I agree with
That's fine.
Jackson. I think it's very reasonable to have a fuck ton of toilets in a movie theater that everyone's actively shitting into during the whole thing.
You're not allowed to flush.
Yeah, you're not allowed to flush. You just have to. It just smells like shit. Like, and it smells progressively more and more like shit as the
If
movie
you
goes.
flush, you get kicked out of the theater for making too
But
much
they still
noise.
have the ability for you to flush. So if you do that, everyone can turn around and go, shh, shh, we're watching a movie.
The fuck up! Why'd you shit?
Are you
Fuck
shit?
movie theaters, dude. Let's start going to operas. Let's start dressing in the nines, going to operas.
That'd be kind of.
I would
fun.
be so bored.
and then heckling.
Ooh,
You
yeah.
can't
I think
do
you could do that in opera. Yeah,
I think you're allowed to heckle at an opera.
Yeah, if they're bad enough, you
Oh.
can just go boo boo.
But you have to do it in like you have to go, you have to sing out your
no.
boo. I can't do it.
I
but-
think it would
I'm
be
not an opera singer.
Boo. I think it would be really funny though, because you know how in movies, like you can actually start to you can like heckle the movie if you're the only people in the theater when it's like kind of a dead showing.
Sure.
Remember how we've gone to like The Mummy and it was like no one was there, and so we could just like yell at the screen. It was a grand old time. But like, imagine doing that at an opera. Like, you're the only people in the audience, and there's this entire play going on, and you're just like talking over it, like ha, ooh,
Ha ha ha.
ha ha ha. That's what I.
That's not, they don't do plays at the opera. What the fuck?
They don't do plays.
It's an opera. It's not a fucking play.
I
There's
know.
storylines
Wait,
to
what do you mean?
Huh?
There's storylines.
Yeah,
to
an opera is
operas.
an opera is just a play that's only singing. There's
Oh.
no. I was in Marriage of Figaro. I know this shit.
Sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I only watched Phantom of the Opera recently, and I didn't really follow what was happening. So
That's like a story for literal children.
What about fan
Yeah, I
of,
was
of the
just kinda
Deepak
like-
Chopra?
zoning out.
Oh, okay, it's too
I was-
much for your.
I was listening
you
to
to
the
handle.
songs.
They're long. Operas are long.
They're like 3
That was a
hours,
long-ass
and
movie.
it's like stop motion animation for me. Because when I watch an opera, I'm like, this is clearly taking a lot of work and effort from you guys, but like, I don't have to like it. Like what you guys
you
are
don't
doing.
like stop motion?
I just think it's
The
like
fuck?
I just
Yeah.
think it like looks like I've never seen a stop motion thing where I'm
shitty
like,
take incoming.
no,
Yeah,
I've never
shit
seen a
take-
stop
shit take
motion thing
inbound.
where I'm like, oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
Most of the time, I'm like,
Wow.
that took a lot of work.
I think they look good. I
like
stop
them.
motion.
Fuck you.
I think
If you think our friend Jack is a fucking idiot, email us at brownbrickpodcast.
I mean, they take a lot of work, but honestly, not that much work compared to like any other
stop
like,
motion.
CG movie.
Oh God, no! They take years more work.
No.
No, an insane amount of work. No, way more
Well,
work.
if it's a shitty CG film, yeah, sure.
No, like most CG films, I mean, like Pixar, you can make like a Pixar quality film. They mostly have like a 3-year turnaround
in
time.
a day.
Yeah, and you can make it with AI now.
Oh,
Do you guys want a future where you could put in a bunch of things, like you could just
have
be
it
like,
generate a CG film?
yeah, but it would generate the best film of all time. Like,
Do I want to see
What?
the best movie of all time?
yeah, but
No.
it only comes from an AI and it's auto-generated.
But I think it's the best movie of all
Yeah.
time.
I will not be consuming any AI.
Yeah, I
media.
would watch something that I thought was the best movie of all time.
Yeah.
We'd have to have seen it. To make that.
It's interesting, Phineas, because there seems to be a dichotomy of opinion.
Yeah, I would watch something that would be the best movie of all time for me, and Jackson wouldn't. And I find his position confusing.
How do you know it's the best movie of all time?
Because
if you haven't
that's what
seen
the
it?
hypothetical
That's the
is.
hypothetical. The AI makes the best
no.
movie of all time.
No,
You wouldn't watch the best movie of all time.
no.
Not if it was made by a computer.
Honestly, no.
You're gonna get fucking off.
I think I would like it.
What do you mean you wouldn't? You buy the hypothetical, you have to like it. It's the best movie of all time.
Yeah, but then the whole idea that it's made by an AI would sour it.
That whole thing would ruin it for you.
It'd sour it.
That's crazy.
I wouldn't like it.
That's
That
fucking
is
wild.
absurd to me.
I can look at AI anime titties.
I get being
and
bothered.
I
by it.
get bothered by when creators that make shit I like do shitty things. It bothers me about like what their creation.
Yeah, no, I
Separate
get
the
being
art from
bothered
the
by
artist.
it, but like, it's the best of all time.
And you're sitting
will
here
never
I
being
like
be-
a lot of things.
There
I
will
would
never be a better movie.
I think it would. If I liked it, it would just go up there with all the other things I like.
It's the best though. It's
Yeah,
the
but
best.
It's absurd
best.
hypothetical.
I agree.
I agree, but you're
You screwed it initially by saying it's the best of all time.
but like also this is still an argument.
You have
We're
to
still
watch it.
arguing.
Okay, yeah, it's the best thing ever. I'm never gonna watch anything else. I'm just gonna sit there and die of starvation while I keep watching
I'm
this
just saying,
awesome movie.
No one asked you to do that.
Yeah,
no one said
This
that.
movie is so good. I don't want to do anything. I'm going to die watching it because I don't want to eat or drink or do anything else.
We didn't say that. We
That's
just
what
said
you
it
said.
was
It's the best fucking thing of all time. I have to. It's
to be the best thing of all
It's
time.
giving me
it
so
just-
much pleasure to watch it. I will die.
That
the
is
best
not what
movie.
we said.
Yeah. So it just has to be better than all the other movies you saw. Like, are you saying that like Into the Spider-Verse was like one pip away from being like I'm
No,
just
I-
gonna die watching
No,
this?
for you maybe. Not for
Yeah,
me.
for you.
Well, like
Jack,
what's
you
your
fucking-
favorite movie?
You fucking Marvel fanboy piece
My
of
favorite
shit.
movie
What's your favorite
is
movie?
John Carpenter's The Thing,
It was
and I
The
will
Thing.
not sit there and watch it till I die.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, that's
no one is. Why have you brought this?
Because you
into
said
this?
that's. I'm not saying John Carpenter's
We
The Thing is the
never
best
said
movie
that.
of all fucking time. I'm saying it's a good movie. I like it a lot.
But I'm saying, why are you talking about with any movie, hypothetical or not? Like,
So you're saying I'm
shitting
allowed to
in your
not like
pants.
this thing then?
you're allowed. No, you can't. You have to.
I have to
it
like
it is no, it's
Okay.
not. But you're saying like okay,
because it's the best
it was-
movie of all time.
I'm saying it's better than John Carpenter's The Thing, and you're saying like if it was
I'm
better
just,
than John
we're just saying,
Carpenter's
would
The
you
Thing.
watch it?
Yeah, that's all this was the hypothetical.
And you said no.
and you said
'Cause
no.
I think it's absurd to claim. Yes, I have to want to watch it because I don't know if it's the best movie of all time until
this is not the hypothetical. Though.
I don't know it's the best movie of all time until I watch it, and I don't have to watch it because I don't want to watch an AI.
So
And
you're
everyone
starting
else
your
watched
film.
it, and they're like, "That was amazing."
Okay, so it's the same
is-
for everybody. It's the same movie for everybody.
No, the AI makes
the AI
a movie.
makes a movie, and they're like, "It was the best movie I've ever seen."
Okay.
You should use it. It'll be the best
Yeah.
movie you've ever seen.
No,
This is so stupid.
That is
No.
insane.
This is fucking the dumbest line in the sand I've
You
ever
stubborn
heard.
motherfucker.
I
It's
don't
just
want to
like-
consume AI created media. I'm just saying.
But you'd love it.
Yeah, but you'd like it. It would be good.
There's a lot of things people are like, you'd love it. You'd love it so much. You should do
but
that.
you'd
You should
actually
watch
love
But
it. In
you
this
actually
hypothetical,
I don't know that.
But literally every human being alive who's used this was like, "That was the
Also-
best movie I've
also,
ever seen."
it's not like a subjective hypothetical. Like it's a stupid hypothetical because I said it would be the
No,
best
I wouldn't
movie.
be alone in this opinion either. I know that.
Yeah, stubborn idiots
Yeah,
being like
stubborn idiots. for wanting to bow to our AI overlord.
Bro, it's just a movie.
It's not just a movie, Phineas. You don't know that.
Jackson's
far as I know, the AI is fucking brainwashed.
Jackson's terrified that he's just going to be if I'm going to watch this movie,
stepped
I'm
into
just
that
gonna
movie
shit
theater, you put on those fucking VR glasses, and it played a bunch of colors and shapes that fucking warped your fucking brain,
If it's
dog.
the best movie of all time.
If that makes me feel better than I've ever felt,
then yeah. But like, it is one of those things where I look at that and you're saying like, I feel like it's your fear that you're just gonna want to sit and shit yourself while you're watching the movie.
I'm not that was just being funny. I don't think I would want to do that.
I don't think I would shit myself.
I don't think I'd want to do that either.
I don't think I'd shit myself.
Unless it felt really good to watch the movie.
Okay, yeah, how about that? What if shitting in your pants all the time was the best feeling ever? Would you do it?
Yeah, I jerk off a lot. Yeah, fuck it.
But you gotta let it sit, is what I'm saying.
It feels good, yeah.
But everyone can smell it.
I'm not gonna do it in front of people.
I do like that you're jerking off in the same way that you jerk off. So you just like go to your computer chair and you're like, oh, and then you just shit in your pants and sit there for a little bit. And you're like, oh yeah.
That would not be, because once the pleasure was gone, it's like now my pants are filled with shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Now you gotta clean up after you jerk off.
That would
too.
be
It's
a bit
way
easier.
less arduous.
Imagine
than cleaning shit out of all my clothes.
Imagine a post shit clarity.
Then it depends. Yeah, the post shit clarity would not feel
be
good.
Such like depression immediately.
Be like, what the fuck?
Like all the fucking endorphins are gone. And
You'd
you're
have
sitting there
you'd
covered
have
in
very
shit.
much like diapers and shit pants that you'd use. You'd be ready for it.
You would have diapers.
Yeah, you would have diapers, and you'd probably
But
make it.
doing it with diapers is like fucking with a condom, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like not as good.
Yeah,
This is explicitly a thing you can do to yourself, and not a thing you do to somebody else.
Change the rules.
It'd be like jerking off with a condom, but not really.
No, yeah, that's what we're
Jerking
saying.
off with a condom would be the same either.
Yeah, exactly. We're saying it'd be like jerking off with
There's
a
no
condom. It'd be
equivalent
like,
because this is nothing that
No,
you can
but I'm
do.
saying I'm
We're
changing
saying,
the rules of
yeah.
the hypothetical. I'm saying it doesn't feel as good. If
You
you do
need
it.
to-
It feels like okay if you do it in a.
oh, and it feels the best when you're wearing pants along with your underwear.
It feels the best in white pants, no underwear.
It feels the
No
best
underwear.
in Giorgio Armani pants and white
Yeah.
white Vineyard Vines underwear.
And it feels even better if you're in public.
Probably just a
yeah,
humiliation.
and it feels even better when you're
No.
giving a presentation at school.
It's like every human has a humiliation fetish all of a sudden.
I think
No, that's not what it is.
I think that's just people wanting to feel something, you know.
No, and it's different.
Okay. Damn, you guys really love shoving these hypothetical
Yeah,
caveats down my throat.
they're all good. I heard an interesting thing. What's it called? From one of my coworkers. I was walking into the break room, and I don't really know this guy, but he did say, "I'm worried that my wife after baby will have too much of a loose pussy and a bunch of gross skin."
So true.
And
Yeah.
I thought that was
That's
we were
valid-
talking about the wife, the baby, or like the
Two sentence horror. My wife is
My
pregnant.
wife is
her
a baby.
pussy will be loose.
foot loose. But yeah, so it was just like, because we were talking about the one, like, what's it, the wife stitch, where it's like
Yeah,
after
the
you,
husband stitch.
yeah, the husband stitch, and I was like, oh, that's who gets them, is because a guy's
That guy
telling
who posts on
telling his
Reddit.
friend in the open break room where I'm trying to
Oh.
get coffee.
Okay. This wasn't the guy posting. He was just hearing this conversation.
I was hearing it.
Oh, you were hearing it. I thought.
Jack was hearing his coworker.
Okay, the way you
talk
described
about
this, I thought you read
No,
this
I
on
was
Reddit.
hearing my own
Oh,
coworker
damn. What the
talking
fuck?
about how he's worried
Why
that
would
his
you
wife.
say that to somebody?
I think he thought it was in like confidence, but I just walked in. They stopped talking, and like I thought that I think he was like actually like bearing his heart and soul out to this guy because he's like, I'm worried about that pussy not going to be tight. You know what I'm saying, homie?
Hmm.
And then I come in, and they're like, oh man, yeah, way to ruin a
get
moment.
the TPS reports to me. With my wife's, not my wife's pussy. Sorry.
Yeah, and you got to get it tight. Unlike my wife's pussy,
Oh,
which I'm
God.
okay with.
Which is what's going
TPS
to be.
reports
cool.
the pussy sucks report.
Yeah.
Hey, this just in. My wife's pussy sucks now.
But the TPS report turns into that pussy slaps.
That pussy,
when
that pussy
once you
slaps
get to the
report.
husband.
Mm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought that was funny because you guys told
dumbass
me,
got his wife pregnant. And he's worried about the pussy being loose. Fucking idiot.
I think there's a good amount of guys who think like that, and I just didn't think they were real when you told me about the husband stitch. And
Why would you think they weren't real?
Because like it's another human
People
being.
think that women get the pussy's looser by getting fucked all the time. That doesn't happen.
But it's like another human being that like you've married and presumably like you're intimately familiar with enough to have a child.
I don't
and
think
you're
people
like,
do the husband stitch anymore. I don't think that's maybe.
I think people still do that.
This guy's.
I mean,
thinking
it
about
will like fucking tear you, right? Like it's different than a dick because a dick, like, it's just accommodating the penis. Like it will tear.
Yeah. No, there's sometimes a good reason for it.
Yeah.
But
most of the time they get it. It's not because like, oh no, I want my pussy to be tighter for my husband.
I want it to heal properly.
Like, oh,
I want this pussy to be a TPS
I
report.
don't want like an injury. I want it to heal.
I don't want to bleed through my pussy ass, which are now the same hole.
I wonder if a guy slaps his wife on the head and says, "How long till I can take this thing out for a spin?"
Yeah.
He talks to the doctor like that.
Yeah.
How long till I can take this bad boy out for a spin?
That's pretty good.
That'd be awesome.
You guys ever heard of the Anglish movement?
No.
The Anglo-Saxons?
It's like a linguistic thing where people are trying to make a version of English that doesn't use any words borrowed from other languages. So only like originally English words.
That's just remarkably stupid.
Oh, it's incredibly fucking dumb.
Well,
so they have to get rid of like any like borrowed words with like
a white
etymologies.
supremacist thing.
No,
isn't that like
of,
gonna be almost every word?
Oh, it's only like 25% of words in the English language currently.
You were gonna say only 25 words, and it's just like,
only like 25% of the words we currently use are like originally English words, and there's like 30% that are like French/German, or no, German's a part of the base actually of English.
Yeah.
30% are like French/ like
Romance
Roman,
languages.
Yeah, like Greek and Latin.
Yeah.
Origin, and then there's like a lot that people just don't know what the fuck they're from. So I'm guessing they probably allow those in English. I'm not sure though.
That's a really just that's like one of those stupid historian things.
Yeah,
where it's like, who cares?
They've got a wiki, and you can like read some of the articles that they've written in English, and they just sound like they're using like baby speak.
Have you ever heard pigeon? You know that?
Yeah, pigeon. Yeah, that's a real thing. Though.
I know, but it's really funny.
It is. It is a little funny, but it's real.
It's really funny.
This English shit is like.
You ever read a pigeon article, Phineas?
A pigeon article?
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna look.
Jack's about to do a real racist accent.
No, I'm going to just read it exactly how it's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what they all say.
All right, keep talking.
But this English shit, they have to remove like words that you wouldn't think don't have an English. Like, I was reading some article they had written in English, and it's just like they're using like stuffs to describe like atoms or some bullshit. It just sounds like
stuffs.
Yeah, they were describing like chemicals and like mixing shit together, and it's like mixy stuffs was like the word, because they have to come up with new words to replace words that are like not originally in English.
Yeah.
So they're using like English origin words and like making.
They're doing baby talk.
Neologisms. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It sounds like fucking baby talk.
Phineas, read this article real quick.
Okay.
I don't know what it's
You're
about.
making him read the article.
I'm reading how 21 Pekin Wayday kidnapped from Katsina farm regained freedom. Katsina State Police Dawn announced the release of 21 Pekin Way Jaguda people been kidnapped as them been day work for farm. I don't know what I just read. According to statement, Way the command bring come outside, the release been hoppin' on Saturday. Them kidnapped the Pekin them last week Sunday for one farm for the Mairua community, Foscari local government area for Castina State.
I'm not getting anything out of this.
Oh,
okay, wait. Let me read you an English article.
They're pretty equivalent. The TikTok.
explore.
Oh, Jack did the voice. He's racist.
No, what voice?
You did a voice.
I did the
he
pigeon
did the
voice.
TikTok.
Jack code switches.
U.S. President Joe Biden don't tell viewers
Okay, so this
Pennsylvania
is-
say the midterm election
This-
way go happen next
He's
day.
doing the
score.
voice.
You are doing a voice.
He's
I
doing the
never shot him
voice. Okay, so this is an article in English on if this fucking ad will go away on my phone. Get the fuck out of here. This is an article on leprechauns. A leprechaun beeth a small roverum worldly being in Wiver folklore, branded by some as kind of a lonesome elf. He I meanly befawed as a bearded man wearing a coat and hat who partaketh in mischief. In later times he hath been befawed as shoemakers who have hidden a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
At the end of the rainbow.
I don't know
Jack,
what that letter
Stop.
What?
Anyways, yeah, so they just use a bunch of fucking old English and because they want it to be
I
like
do
more
like how they're like
ethnically
mischief.
English.
It's like you can't just say mischief because that's
Because that's not the word, Jack.
a miskiff.
That's-
Miskiff came up with that word.
The new word is mischief.
Mischief.
Yeah, maybe this is Irish. Maybe I'm just racist.
If you have any good either Irish
Jackson
or
heard
pigeon,
a Scottish person talk.
I'm just like, what the
They
fuck?
came up with this new fucking bullshit
Yeah.
language. Or a guy from Wales.
yeah,
It's like, what the
it's like
fuck?
oh my god. Honestly, that is kind of a different language, isn't it?
No, it is.
Like-
Welsh is a whole language.
Yeah.
I guess not kind of. It
And
is just
same
a whole
with
ass language.
Scottish and Irish.
But if you guys
Yeah,
have
but
any
sometimes they
cool-
speak English, and you're like, okay, excuse me? No.
no, not to
You
Wrong.
did not just say a sentence to me. Run it back.
You tried.
Write it back so I can say, what'd you say?
What'd you say?
What'd you say, bitch?
If you know what we said, email us at brownbrickspodcast@gmail.com.
What's the average cost
All the
of an
things you
abortion
said,
in
all
the
the
United
things you
States?
said, all the things you said,
$500.
Very close. $606.
Learn to save.
What's the cost of giving birth, though, bitch?
Probably like 10,000.
It's
It is.
free.
If you go out in the woods.
If you go in the woods, like how when I gave birth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Just go
to all those
with it.
worms.
To the little stick when you
To-
fuck that tree.
To a goat
kid.
man. To a goat man. The bringer of
goat
doom.
It's
And he's-
$13,000. Yes.
13,000? That's pretty expensive.
That's a lot.
It's a lot
Get
of
health
money, huh?
insurance before you fucking
Yeah,
have
man.
a kid.
Just get health
dumbass.
insurance
Yeah.
after you get pregnant.
Before. Don't get pregnant before you get health insurance.
So
That's
true.
the brown brick
So
tip
true.
of the day. Before you take
Or
your...
your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Good work, everybody.
Bye. 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 Bye.